Is that good?
It looks like it, yeah.
All right, editors, you might have some.
Can't they like do a thing?
You can.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Wow, what a long time it's been since we've been here. Feels like forever.
I know.
Jimmy, how are you?
I'm so good, Tyler. I am.
It's been a couple of weeks, but welcome back, everybody, to another episode of King of the Court. You guys thought we were gone, but we're not. We are here.
We're back like we never left.
Exactly.
We both got the black memo today.
And the hats.
And the hats.
A new hat.
Yes.
Once my hair starts growing, I have to wear hats.
Tyler, this is for those that remember, Frosty the Snow Bro, he did a song for us.
Yep.
And it's incredible.
Yep.
Like, it's really, really good. It's about all of pickleball.
He sent us shirts.
He sent us shirts. These are sick. You can actually buy them, I think, on his website. We may have to link it. But he sent us shirts, and they're pretty freaking sick.
Yeah, that's
and they're
cool.
like good quality. Like they're thick. They hide my undershirt that Tyler likes to make fun of. So yeah, check them out. Listen, anybody that's going to support us, we want to support them. So also one other thing. Actually, let's do this, and then it's story time.
We have a lot of stories.
We got
a lot to get to. But First and foremost, thank you to the title sponsor of the King of the Court podcast, Club Pickleball Mastermind. They are incredible. They teach club facilities how to run, operate, and make some of that bottom line money. If you run a facility, if you're interested in running a facility, go check them out at clubpickleballmastermind.com and use code KOTC. They do free phone calls. And so if you're on the fence, if you're not sure if you're wanting to do it or not, reach out for a free phone call with Devin Egan.
Yeah.
And you can get more information from there.
Club Pickleball, look, he has ran a insanely successful facility for 5 years now. He has multiple facilities. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is for the entrepreneur.
I was talking to a club owner. I'll have to tell you afterwards who it is. But he runs a 4-court facility in St. Pete.
Oh, okay.
And I was talking to him about this, and he's all like, yeah, this sounds great. And so I put him in contact with Devin, and they had a phone call, and I think things went great.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? You don't need to. Look, it's the same thing with Nico trying to copy me, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I've already been successful. I've already done it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he's trying to be like me.
Exactly.
Right? Well, you don't need to. I'm unfortunately not charging him to copy me, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's guys out there like Devin that have already done it. They've already gone through the growing pains. They know what works, what doesn't work, and they can all come together and help you build your facility.
Also, if you're interested in buying any paddles, bags, balls, anything it might be pickleball related, go check out clubpickleballshop.com. Use code KOTC. It is the best discount you can get on almost any of the retail platforms.
Yes.
Also, if you want to support us, not only the shirts, but we have other KOTC shirts. Go to kitchpickleball.com. Use code KOTC. KOTC 26 works for all MLP events.
I had no joke. This is not an exaggeration. I had at least a dozen people, maybe more, reach out to me over the weekend and tell me that they used our code KOTC for MLP because the MLP schedule
is coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. So KOTC 26, and then we do have codes for PPA events.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Those should be in the description down below.
PPA is selling out, bro.
Also, if you would like individual messages from me and Jimmy, KOTC, we are on Cameo. So we do birthday shout-outs. We do thank yous. We do sorries. we do whatever you want us to do.
We'll twerk for you.
That.
Would you?
Yes, of course.
I'll do anything for money.
Exactly.
Well, wait a minute.
All right, Jimmy. So you went down to St. George this last weekend, and you were just shopping around.
Tyler.
And you ran into a good buddy of yours.
Tyler, incredible. Okay, so for those that don't know, Tyler and I live in Utah, but we live in northern Utah, okay? St. George, Utah is where the host of Red Rock.
It's about 4 to 5 hours south of us.
Yeah, south of us. It's in our state, but barely. Like, it literally.
It's closer to Vegas.
Yes, it's literally on the Arizona-Nevada border. It's about an hour and a half from Vegas. Okay, so I had some time to kill. So I go into a Dick's Sporting Goods.
A what?
Exactly. The most random thing. It's noon on a Friday. There's not a person in the store other than the workers.
Okay.
So I'm just wandering around trying to kill time. I come around the corner and I see this large in stature human, almost looked like a grizzly bear, but there were shadows, and he's pushing a cart, has a little beautiful, cute little baby in it. Another boy next to him, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. So I start walking, and he looks at me, and I think he recognized me first because that cart started to turn a little bit. But I just, being the friendly guy I am, I get this big smile, walk up. Nico, the lefty.
Your favorite influencer.
Who lives in, I don't even know, I think he lives in Reno, Nevada. So he probably lives 8 to 10 hours away from there. Was at the Dick's Sporting Goods in St. George.
So you guys met in a Dick's.
We met in a Dick's. People are like, did you guys fight? Did you? Honestly, it was, I think we were both a little bit in shock. I was like, hey, like we actually, we shook hands like freaking grown-ups. It was like, hello, nice to meet you, sir.
You literally
it wasn't like a bro hug. It wasn't like, what's up, dog? It was literally a handshake.
In Dick's. Shaking hands in Dick's.
We shook hands and Dick's. And then we exchanged pleasantries. He just told me that he was there for soccer tournament. I was there for sevens.
And for those that don't know, this is, when I say Jimmy's favorite influencer, I mean it's his least favorite influencer. He does not like him. He does not like him at all. And he's openly said that. He's openly roasted him.
He's just not my guy. Like, look, I just think that he overdoes it with the content. I've said this before. People are going to be like, oh, he lives rent free. Shut up, Value Robot. Okay, look, the reality is he's just not my cup of tea, which is fine. I don't have any, like, I'm sure.
But the odds of that happening are pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, like, in his personal life, he's a great guy. But I also found out. Okay, so hang on. The odds of that are slim to none. It's not a pickleball event. There's no pickleball going on.
Did you find out why he was there?
Yeah, his kid had it. So here's the even funnier part. His kid had a soccer tournament in Mesquite, Nevada, which is about an hour away. And he said, we woke up. He didn't have a game today. There was nothing to do in Mesquite.
It was meant to be.
So for those that haven't been to Mesquite, is literally just in the middle of the desert. It's like between St. George and Vegas, and like there's nothing there. But they do a lot of sporting events out there. I don't know why. There's golf courses.
Cheap land.
Yeah, seriously. And so he said that he was like, oh, let's go check out St. George. So they drove the 45 minutes hour to St. George.
Got to check out the Dick's.
Yeah, and ended up at Dick's at noon on a Friday. So here's the other thing that I did not know. So Vulcan and Stack are doing a big paddle release launch. And we invited there's a bunch of influencers.
So he was top of the list.
So he was number one on the list. So I actually personally sent him an email just because I thought it would be funny. And I actually said against my better judgment. But he told me that he can't go because he's going out of town on a guy's trip. Great, cool for him. But he said with all of his BYU buddies. Mm-hmm. And so I did a little digging. Nico is a BYU graduate.
Let's go.
He is a BYU. And wait, what years were you at BYU?
What'd you say?
What years were you there?
A long time. So any year I was there. 2010 to...
Oh, I think he was actually there before you even.
Okay.
I think he was like 05 to 09 or something.
Gotcha.
I didn't know if you guys overlapped.
No. I was 2010.
But the guy's like an economics major and went to BYU. I had no idea. Now, I don't know if he's LDS or not or what his religious affiliation is. Mm-hmm. But unless you're Megan Dazan, you don't go to BYU unless...
Yeah.
So I just was a little bit surprised by that. So he's a Provo guy.
So you guys are buddies.
Like you
guys are brothers in arms.
What are we, 10 minutes away from BYU right now?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah. He went to school there. It's starting to make more sense. It's starting to make more sense.
You're a big BYU guy though, right?
Love BYU. I am a UVU.
Can we get you guys both wearing BYU shirts and taking a picture together?
We should. You know what's crazy is I did feel like I missed an opportunity to not take a picture with him at Dick's. I actually was leaving and this is a confession. I was leaving and I was like, you know what? I need to go take a picture with him.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah. I was like, I need to go take a picture with him.
You couldn't find him?
No. There was nobody there. I turned around. Okay. This is confession. I turned around and I saw his wife next to him. And I was like, I know that woman has to hate me because of the shit I talk about her husband. I do not want to go back. And so I just left.
Oh, man.
True story. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny now, but this is like 1 to 2 weeks old. And when you first mentioned it, I was dying.
It was incredible. It was one of the more incredible things. Anyways, look, he was I'm going to say this. He was a very nice guy. Like I said, it's more of a personality conflict. It's not that I don't appreciate what he's doing. I don't give him credit for his hustle. And I'm sure outside of...
Jimmy's a big tent guy.
Yeah, I am. And I'm sure outside of like the 37 posts a day, he's a great guy.
What was it, 5 posts a day or 3? He was trying...
I don't know. It was a lot. It was
Anyways, Nico, I love you. All right, anything else? So, I don't know. NBA, the All-Star game was today. Did you watch it?
I thought the All-Star game was good, dude. I liked the U.S. versus the world. Okay, I didn't hate that. I felt like everybody played hard.
How bad was the dunk contest?
Dunk contest was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
3-point was incredible.
I actually think you and I on 8-foot hoops could do better dunks than those guys did. I really believe that. Did you see freaking Jackson Hayes?
Yeah. Well, did you see what he did? He reposted a picture of him doing that simple dunk, and he used Michael Jordan's dunk from the free throw line.
Yeah, get out of here.
And he put them side by side.
Yeah, get out of here. He was literally 8 feet in front of the free throw line. And then Jace Richardson concussed himself, knocked himself out, hit the side of the backboard.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, so I did see that Steph Curry said he's back. He's like, I can't watch this again.
Yeah.
I will be in the 3-point contest next year.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll get Clay to enter it too.
It feels like it's almost at a turning point where so many athletes and fans are just getting so fed up with where things have been that they're finally turning around now. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can only get crapped on for so long for a lack of effort, right? So, I mean, I thought the All-Star game, truly, the actual game, they went hard.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard had 31 points in one quarter.
Kawhi's my guy. His laugh is incredible.
I like Kawhi, actually.
All right, so back to the world of pickleball. As we said in the beginning, there is so many things to cover this time because we did not do one last week.
Yeah.
And there's so many other tournaments going on. So if we miss out on something, please do not hate us.
Speaking of last week, ALW was at the Super Bowl.
Yes. Yep. Super Bowl.
Let's talk about that really quick.
Yeah.
She went. So for those that don't know, there's a thing at the Super Bowl called Radio Row. And so all of the media that covers the NFL and even people that don't, like literally podcasters, and all you have to do is apply for a credential. Mm-hmm. There's thousands of media members there. And they set up shop in this big convention center. And all the players, essentially there's players and then there's celebrities. They go from like media to media.
Yeah.
And the media, can come and that's why you see the players get asked like so many random weird questions and, do you like honey with your pickles and things like that. So Annalie Waters was part of that. And she actually ended up getting on the Pat McAfee show. Now, Pat McAfee has a massive following, huge show.
He's ESPN, right?
ESPN, yep. ESPN. They simulcast it on YouTube. He was a punter for the Colts. For those that don't know, now he's on College Game Day, parlayed himself into a massive career. He's great. Honestly, he has some big time stars. His show's got to be one of the biggest. And so she gets herself on there, and they say that all the guys on there are talking about how much they play pickleball and how they were playing literally like 12 hours a day. Like some of the guys, were saying that it literally consumed them and they had to stop playing because it was consuming them and they were getting hurt and injured and they would literally just play nonstop. So she got to play a few points with Pat, which was cool.
Was it on a real court?
No, she used his desk, literally the desk that they had on his actual. They had his actual studio, like they set up there.
Yeah.
And so she got to play a few points with him, talk about pickleball. They talked to her about, being the best player in the world. And then he even said, so you're with Nike. And they talked about her being with Nike now. And yeah, I think it was a really good representation.
She's 18 years old?
19, just turned 19.
She's 19 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a great representation. Obviously, she's very polished. But it does bring up a question that I actually heard, and I can't remember. It was another podcast, pickleball podcast, and I'm not trying to not give credit where it's due, but another pickleball podcast brought this up, okay? And they said, AL's doing all these things, right? And it might have been Nico, actually. I don't know, though, so I'm sorry. AL's doing all these things, right? She's got Neutrogena or whatever. She's got Tampax. She's got this. She's got Nike, right? She's doing interviews. She's going on the Today Show. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's doing Pickle Slam. Is Ben doing enough to grow the game?
That's a great question.
Like,
what are your thoughts?
Should Ben
I would
be
imagine
doing
you'll
more?
say no.
Well, I think there's a couple things, okay? One, I think that Ben Johns is a great player, okay? I think that he is electric. I think he is the best.
You think he's electric?
I mean, as a male player,
Okay.
Okay, I think he's he's the GOAT when it comes to men. He's he is the best men's player of all time to this point, right? I think that he is very smart, but he has the charisma of a doorknob. Mm-hmm. And I think truly, this is not a knock on him. It is a knock on him. But I don't think he's a guy that can stand out there in front of an audience and represent the sport in a manner to where people are going to be like, oh, this dude's cool. Oh, this is a guy. I want to watch pickleball because I want to watch this guy.
Yeah. I mean, I see your point for sure.
With his personality.
Yeah.
Where Annalie has that. Mm-hmm. She has, I think it's an overused term, but she has the it factor. Mm-hmm. Right? I think she has that. I think she's very charismatic. I mean, she's had her moments. She was young, but she's attractive. She's charismatic.
Yeah.
She's fashionable. She's athletic. Right? And so she has all these characteristics that help her grow the game. Mm-hmm. And you watch her and she truly, it's incredible to watch. I mean, she's in a weird way, it sounds funny, but she's getting kind of jacked too. She's becoming this physical specimen as she grows up.
Yeah.
Her fitness is increasing, everything. Where Ben doesn't have that.
Does he want that? Does he need?
That's the question.
Does he need to do that? Because if you look at NBA or other sports, there's a lot of players, for example, Nikola Jokic, who his personality, I think it's actually funny, but he doesn't want to be in public.
No,
he doesn't want to do that.
No, he's already said he doesn't he doesn't even like playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kawhi, we talked about Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
So I agree, there are guys like that, but in the NBA there's enough personalities that you can cover that.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think he probably should have been doing more. But at this point where pickleball is at, I don't think it matters as much for him to
So who's that guy that should be showcased?
You always talk about it. Hayden is up there. Who else is there?
Maybe it's Gabe now.
Gabe
has been pretty incredible.
Gabe's great. Who else is there?
But there's
Xiaomei. He's got a very good personality. Jay DeVilliers, he's got a great personality.
What about J-Dub? No, that was a joke. Look, and I think that Jay DeVilliers is actually good. I think Jay DeVilliers would be a good ambassador for the game, just because I think that, like you said, personality-wise. In fact, he commentated over the weekend. He was very good.
Yeah, people. I feel like if you have an accent, you are instantly in the top.
It's just like
1%.
lefties. It's just like a lefty. Your baseball swing, your golf swing, your pickleball.
My golf swing is atrocious.
It doesn't matter. I bet it still looks better than an atrocious righty. Lefties, it's just everything looks smoother.
Okay.
So, anyways,
I don't disagree. Annalie, she's all over the place, and whether or not it's for herself or for the love of the game or whatever it is, she is 100% all over the place, and she is very well polished. Like you said, she has a lot of experience. She's a specimen. She's dominating on the courts. And she's getting these incredible sponsors. So everything that she does is going to benefit her in the long run.
But if you're Coca-Cola, right, and you come into pickleball, you're going Annalie Waters. You're not going Ben Johns.
You would think so, but there are some companies that maybe are a little bit more reserved and don't want to be too flashy. I don't know.
I know, but what? Okay, so who are Ben's sponsors?
I don't think he has many.
Giola?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that he's focuses on his own stuff, and he's got the John's design, and he's doing all these other. I know he's an investor in like Hannah's courts, and he's an investor in all these different things. But it is kind of interesting that, and look, he doesn't have to have the limelight.
Tyson McGuffin, he used to be.
But Tyson was the guy. Yeah, Tyson made more money in camps and sponsors than he did playing pro pickleball.
Yeah,
and he embraced that.
Do you think he's slowing down, or are other people just getting called up there?
Well, we're blocked, so we don't actually know. But no, I think that he slowed down. Look, the thing that made Tyson so exciting were his results too. The results, he was exciting. He was, the most electrifying man in sports or whatever they wanted to call it. But his results mattered too.
Yep.
If Tyson was losing, right? I mean, here's a great example. Zane Ford is electric. He is crazy. You never know what he's going to do. He wears sleeveless shirts and has bad tattoos, right? But he doesn't win. And so he actually just looks like a clown half the time, as opposed to Tyson, who has the same antics. We don't want to, they're very similar. But when Tyson's winning, it's like, this guy's dope.
Okay, also, were you in Florida this last week?
I was not.
Because I heard about some brawls that were happening on the pickleball court.
Yeah, there was
senior community people need to chill out.
There was a 20-person
20 people
brawl.
And do you know why?
Because they were fighting over someone stepping in the kitchen. Is that true?
Stepping in the kitchen, I believe.
That is incredible, Tyler. 20 people. And it's a couple, like a husband and a wife. Anthony Sapienza. Does he go down in history with, what's his name? Ouspensky Dennis?
He's the line caller.
I know, but
there was the other kid that drop kicked the Oompa Loompa
Oh, that guy too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oompa Loompa, yo. Anthony Sapienza and his wife, Julian Sapienza. They were arrested.
Do you think they regret it?
I don't know. Anthony's 12 years older than Julian. Good for him. Julianne. So this is what's funny. Victims say the match got heated after Anthony accused his opponent of crossing into the kitchen, a restricted area on the court.
Don't do that.
The teams exchanged verbal insults before Anthony punched one of the victims and struck him in the face with his paddle. It's bleeding and swollen, a player described in a 911 call. He's got blood all over his face. I've never seen anything like this. It's ridiculous. When a third 70-year-old individual attempted to break up the fight, Anthony punched him too. Once he fell to the ground, Julianne began to attack the 70-year-old man. The one guy has a laceration above his eye that he is saying is going to result in permanent scarring. The couple fled the scene. They were later arrested and booked into jail.
Florida.
Anthony is being charged with using his pickleball paddle
as a weapon,
as a deadly weapon, to intentionally cause great bodily harm, permanent disability, or permanent disfigurement. That is a felony. Also, Anthony and Julianne were not members of the country club. Spruce Creek. Matt Payne wants to be very clear that they were not members and they were both permanently banned. That is incredible. Now, here's the next question. What do you think their dupers are?
They're not in duper.
You don't think?
No way.
If you're getting that heated, you better have a duper.
No.
It better matter. I feel like fighting over the kitchen thing is funny, right? I feel bad that somebody got hurt. But when the 70-year-old steps in to break it up and you freaking fight him, probably too much.
All right, real quick, we got to give a quick shout out to our next sponsor, which is C&D Pickleball Nets. We love them. They are the best pickleball nets out there. Did you find them?
Yeah.
Are they in there?
Anthony is.
What is it?
What do you think Tony's duper is?
3.2.
3.286.
Let's go.
Come on. My, you suck, bro. You're terrible. You're absolutely terrible at pickleball. And you're getting that worked up. You don't even know what the kitchen is. Dude, he sucks. That's crazy. Ponce Inlet,
Maybe
Florida.
if he wouldn't suck if they didn't call kitchen faults on him.
Maybe. 62 years old, Ponce Inlet, Florida. Oh, I feel bad. Tony Sapienza and Nancy Turner, they beat Donna DeBerry and Jimmy.
Did they record the match?
No, December 6th, last one. But they beat Donna DeBerry and Jimmy DeBerry 11-1. You're giving Jimmy a bad name, buddy. You lost to that guy.
Thanks to our next sponsor.
Maybe he was scared, though.
Were they using a C&D Pickleball Net? Because they're our next sponsor.
Honestly, if they were, they wouldn't have got to the 70-year-old. It would have protected him.
They make the best pickleball nets. If you're interested in buying a net for your home, your facility, your church, your YMCA, whatever it might be, reach out to them at bestpickleballnets.com and use code KOTC. They get you the best discount, and they have a bunch of different options.
Yeah,
they got be temporary nets or in-ground nets or whatever it might be.
And they have their King net, and then they have the Challenger Series net, which is the championship net, and then they have the Challenger Series net, which is a little bit less expensive, but it's also the same high quality net. They give you all the options, everything available. There's nothing better. But yes, if there was a C&D net between Anthony and that 70-year-old dude, he wouldn't have been able to get to him.
If you're interested in purchasing one, I would recommend doing it now. As it gets closer to summer, they do get busier, and so your wait times might increase as it gets closer to summer. Order them now so you don't have to wait.
Yes, and if you are Matt Payne with Spruce Creek Country Club, reach out to us so we can get you in touch with C&D so that these nets can also serve as protection.
Alrighty, moving on to 25 minutes in to pickleball stuff.
This is our best episode we've ever had.
Okay,
honestly,
Jimmy. So
we are cooking right now.
We are going to recap Cape Coral, Florida.
Yeah, we'll do that quickly.
And we're just going to touch the important matches
because I just watched it.
And then we will get into Mesa. And then we will see where we're at with time.
All right, should we go men's singles first?
Real quick. The day after, I can't remember if it's the day after, singles or the day after, all the players get a message notifying players that, hey, we are sick of you guys pulling out of singles and playing in the next event.
Yeah.
If you continue to do this, there will be consequences such as fines, suspensions, money. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so look, there's been a lot of players that will...
So somebody told me, I don't know if it's true, that there were 8 withdrawals in singles. That seems high, but I'm sure it was
I'm going to look. So Andre Mercado withdrew. We're putting people on blast. Andre Mercado withdrew.
Eric Hanson's did later on.
Armand Bhatia. He withdrew. These are guys that withdrew without playing a match, by the way. Okay. I mean, we can count Tyson as a withdrawal since he didn't really show up, but Pablo Tejas
4
withdrew. Eric Hanson's.
We got that. Maybe there was just 4.
There were 4, but that's just on the men's side.
Oh, gotcha.
That's just men's.
Okay.
We'll count the women when we get there.
Okay, so we're at 4 men's.
Yes, 4 men's. So, so let's talk about this for a second, okay? This is tough for me because I can see both sides of this, okay? I can see how somebody is too injured to play singles and then can still play doubles and mixed, okay?
Okay.
I can see that. I don't think that that's crazy. Eric Hanson's pulled his hamstring, right? He didn't feel like he could play singles. He did finish the match he was in. He won. And then he didn't feel like he can continue to play singles. And I think that a lot of players in their mind, it's like, my partner is here. My partner is relying on me. I would rather save what energy and what I have, ability I have for my partner. Plus, the partner covers half the court, etc. Right?
Yeah.
So I can see both sides. However, this is an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot. There's been a lot of players, like we said, there's 4 alone that pulled out without ever even playing a match. And so, I mean, Christian was pulling out of every single...
So, I don't want to put these guys on blast.
No, I do.
Alshon's been... he's infamous for this.
Yeah.
Tyson is somewhat infamous for this.
There was allegedly some rule where you still got the points because you had a bye.
Yeah.
If you had a bye...
QD did this quite often.
Yeah. So what we were told is if you had a bye from round of 28 to round of 64 to round of 32... you would wait to pull out and you would still get the points from the 28
All right,
64.
so give us the other side. So you said you understood why they might
I see that. But on the other side of it, look, if you commit to it, I feel like you got to play in it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, PPA has very strict deadlines. You have to withdraw by a certain date. And I think a lot of times these players, they just sign up for every event. And then as it gets closer, they're like, I'm not feeling it, or I have been struggling in singles. And singles is the easiest one to pull out of, right? It's the easiest one. It's usually played the earliest as well. You know, if you're a high level doubles player, there's a chance that you can come in a day later if you're not playing singles. Things of that nature. Plus, it's harder on your body, right?
Yeah.
If you're not 100%, the easiest thing to drop is singles.
Yeah.
So I do understand that, but if you commit to it, I think that there needs to be consequences.
I think the issue that PPA has, obviously, when people pull out, but when it's done multiple times by the same person, by the repeated
and
offense.
There's got to be like a 3 strikes and you're out rule.
And so that's kind of what they're going towards. Up until now, they haven't really had anything formalized, but now it is formalized.
And you know what's interesting? I think we have to give credit where credit's due. Fed was not planning on playing in this event. He actually had he said he didn't sign up. Now, sometimes PPA uses players and partners as placeholders for these events. And so, like, you'll see, if you go look at an event 2 months down the road, you'll see Tyler.loong and Connor Garnett signed up together.
Yeah.
You know, that's not always the case.
Real quick, funny story. So, somehow, for 2026, Vivian David, I don't know if that was her.
That's right.
Or PPA, but I was listed with her for all the tournaments for mixed doubles, and I had never talked to her once about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when she announced her retirement, I got all these email notifications saying your mixed double has withdrawn. Yeah,
and I think that a lot of, like I said, I think a lot of it is these, you know, they do it as placeholders.
Yeah.
Because the way that the system works, pickleball tournaments, is like if you sign up for a pro event and it's not full.
Did she retire because she was signed up with me? She thought she was 100%. Playing with me the whole year.
She thought she had to play with you.
Exactly.
So she would rather retire. So anyways, Fed didn't know he was playing. He said that Dave Fleming was like, hey, you know, what do you think about your singles this week? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm not playing singles this week. And Dave's like, no, you are. So instead of pulling out,
he just went with it.
He just went with it.
Yeah.
And he won the whole thing on his birthday. Today, happy birthday, Fed. Federico.
Also Connor Ogden.
It's his birthday today, too?
Same day.
Stephen Madonia. Also, do you think that, does it surprise you that Jay's only 2 years older than Fed?
How old is Fed?
I think he's 29, maybe 30.
Oh man, I thought he was younger.
Yeah. He is 29, born in 96, so he turned 30 today.
Wow. 30. Wait, so Jay's 32?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
That's fine, yeah.
Jay's been playing a long time. I think that's what...
He's been playing, well, not quite as long as me, but close. All right.
Yeah.
So that was the new thing that came out for UPA singles. Obviously, it applies to women's and men's singles. So we'll see if that deters any of the people from pulling out.
Jocelyn's 31.
Do you think this will deter players from doing this?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I think the fines. Nobody wants to lose money, especially some of these players that don't have any money.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think that the fine will deter people. You know, singles is interesting because we always talk about how singles is so unpredictable, but I feel like it's starting to get more predictable.
So Rafa in Minnesota.
Yes.
He was supposed to play Greg Dow, and Greg Dow pulled out for some reason. I'm not sure why. And so they had a lucky loser take his spot.
Yeah.
And that lucky loser ended up beating Rafa. Yeah. And Rafa was furious about that.
Yeah, I think there was another lucky loser in this one, and he ended up winning.
Yeah.
Eli Steiner.
Yeah.
Ends up getting the 4th seed. Who would the 4th seed have been?
So I know
Hayworth. Hayworth pulled out. That's who's not on here.
Gotcha.
Hayworth had the flu.
Yeah.
So he actually pulled out
Yeah.
But the draws were already out. So that one I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't play in any events.
Yeah.
He pulled out of the entire tournament because he had the flu.
All right, so real quick, men's singles.
But he won. Eli Steiner ended up winning.
Yeah.
His first round match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, men's singles, I mean, Fed, I feel like it really is Fed, Hunter.
Any big upsets? I saw Connor Garnett. He lost to this guy, Connor Mogul. I was there for that. That was a good match.
Connor Garnett, I feel like he's kind of been struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, men's singles is so tough.
Yeah, I mean,
but compared to what he was doing last year, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Noe beat J-Dub 11-3, 11-6. I think J-Dub's kind of struggled a little in singles.
Dylan Frazier had a good run.
Yeah, Dylan had a good run. How about Tama? Tama beats Tyson 11-0, 6-11, 11-0, and then loses in the third to Jaume 13-11. I think he was up in that too.
He won the first game.
Yeah, won the first.
And both those guys are from Hawaii.
Yeah, yep. Shout out the Hawaii guys. And then Zane Ford actually beats Jaume 3-2.
Did you see any of Roscoe? So he played JLG.
Yeah.
And JLG actually won the first game.
Yeah.
And then Roscoe won the next two.
Yeah, JLG kind of went on a it was a real what's the word? It was kind of I don't know, Roscoe just kind of started making balls, kind of went on a heater.
Yeah.
But then Roscoe loses 2-0 to Hunter in the quarters.
Is that more mental or play style?
I think it's play style. I also think Hunter is just that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I don't think anyone's going to argue that Fed and Hunter are 1 and 2. And then it's probably Roscoe and Christian are 3 and 4.
Hayworth has got to be top 3.
Hayworth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying for the people that were there, I guess. And Hayworth, like I said, Hayworth wants to be number 1 by May, and he very well could be. And so it just seems that we're seeing kind of the same guys. But I do have to say this, Jay DeVilliers ends up making it to the bronze match.
Yeah, somebody said, are we 3 years, 2022 or something?
Dude, Jay is playing well.
Yeah.
He's been playing very well. Atlanta, shout out Leanne, traded for Jay.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's a good deal for them.
Yeah.
She has Jay, Jaume, and Caitlin Christian.
Wow.
She's built herself a little...
Team European.
Yeah, a good little team there.
Yeah.
So anyways, shout out Fed, 30th birthday. Also, since we're talking about men's singles, I think we do need to give a little... prayers up to Grayson Goldin.
Yeah.
So Grayson,
super sad.
You have played with Grayson.
Yeah.
We're good friends with Grayson. He's been on the pod before. We know him very well. So he was he playing when it happened?
No, it was just at nighttime, I believe.
Nighttime.
Yeah.
He started losing, not even be able to stand up. He started slurring his words, couldn't get out sentences. They rushed him to the hospital. They found out he's had 2 strokes.
Yeah.
So he's been in the hospital for 5 days.
I don't believe he has health insurance, and so he has a GoFundMe.
He does,
if you guys are able,
yes.
Feel free to donate.
We will
to
link
that.
it. Can we link it?
Yeah, we'll link it.
Yeah, we'll link the GoFundMe if you guys are able, if you're able to chip in. Look, this is one of those things about pro pickleball is these guys are grinding. It's prize money only. They're contracted employees, so there's no health insurance for a guy like Grayson. And
Do you know how old he is?
30. Is he 30?
So he's 30. I looked it up,
Yeah.
but I thought he was a lot younger than that. I thought he was like 25.
I think Hannah's 25, isn't she?
She's 27. I looked that up too.
Oh, she's way older than I thought too. Okay. But I mean, this is just one of those things where like, you don't really think about it. But 5 days in the hospital, I'm sure Hannah's like, hey, I'm Canadian. Like you could have had this all covered if we would have just got citizenship up there. But anyways, prayers up to him. It sounds like it can be fixed. Sounds like it's reversible, something that can be done. So yeah. Get better soon, Grayson.
Okay, women's singles. Anything stand out to you? We got Jeannie B making a finals.
Yeah, Jeannie B. Hey, I think that there are some predictions made this year. I don't remember by who, but that said that Jeannie B was going to win this year.
Win a singles title.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
real quick. So Leah Jansen had a very competitive match against Caitlin Christian.
Yeah.
Did you see some of the back and forth?
Yeah, saw the whole thing.
What are your thoughts on that? So Leah got a technical warning.
She was talking to herself. Did you think she was talking to herself?
So I just saw the highlight of it.
Okay, so I watched it. It was very competitive. I believe Leah won game 1. Mm-hmm. They really battled, but then Leah started saying,
like talking to herself,
like,
you're a joke.
Yeah, like, but she was like upset and her head was down. Mm-hmm. And they gave her a technical warning.
The ref's head was down or Leah's?
No, Leah's.
Gotcha.
And they gave her like a technical warning when she was like, and look, Leah, love you. The negative self-talk.
Hey, some people thrive on that.
But maybe, yeah. But listen, you're better than that, Leah, okay? You are incredible. Positive affirmations. With that being said, Leah was talking to herself. She can say whatever the hell she wants.
So she says,
herself.
F me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And they give her a freaking technical.
Yeah.
And she looked at the ref like, wait, I was talking to myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, I can kind of see where the ref was like, just heard it, but yeah, that was wild. Caitlin ends up winning 11-6 in the third. Tough one, but yeah, Leia really battled. I think Leia ended up beating Catherine in the bronze match.
Okay.
So she beat her 12-10, 8-11, 11-3.
Okay.
So yeah, good win there. Now, Jeannie and Caitlin.
Also, FYI, Annalie did not play singles this tournament.
Yeah, so this is one thing that we need to point out. But I do want to give Jeannie some credit where credit is due, okay? So Jeannie Bouchard was the 7th seed, right? So she goes and she beats Tatiana Rule, okay? She beats Ling Wei Kong. Ling Wei's been playing really well. Mm-hmm. She beats Kate Fahey, who was the 1 seed. So she beats her 11-7, 11-5. She beats Catherine Parento, 11-9, 11-4, and then wins game 1, 15-13 over Caitlin Christian, and then ends up losing the next 2. So credit to Caitlin Christian, but also, props to Jeannie. I mean, ends up with a silver medal. I think that's really impressive, right?
Are you surprised?
No, not without Annalie there, no.
Okay.
But look, had she played Annalie, let's just call it what it is. She probably loses in the quarters when she beat Kate.
Yep.
And then we don't see that, right?
Yep.
So I think it did set up for her nicely.
Okay. Well, what do you want? Mixed doubles?
Yeah, let's go mixed doubles.
All right. Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, let's see.
All right. So pretty stock standard.
Yeah, let's.
Do you just want to skip to the finals, or?
I thought I had it pulled up. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So look, Ben and AL win. I think the biggest thing was AB and Hayden.
Match point.
Yeah. AB and Hayden, they freaking battled with them. It went 5. So you obviously were there. It was very windy, I heard.
So the days that I was there, which is at the beginning of the tournament, it was not that windy. Today, Sunday, I did hear the wind picked up significantly.
Yeah, so I mean, you could see it. There was definitely a good side and a bad side. Do you prefer with the wind or against the wind?
I prefer indoors.
Indoors. Okay, but if you're not indoors, into the wind or wind at your back?
It depends. I think most people would probably say with the wind, having the wind at your back.
Interesting, because Dave Fleming was saying everyone wanted to play into the wind because then you could drive with 0 repercussions.
Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, one side you're going pop-up balls, other side the balls are going drop.
Yeah.
One side you can do great lobs, other side you can't do lobs at all.
Yeah.
So it just depends. And is it 2 to 5 miles an hour? Is it 7 to 15? Is it 20 plus? I think that all varies.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I think that it depends on your game style, right? Yep. If I'm Hayden and AB, I think that they do, and they obviously are very good at the kitchen, but they do like driving thirds, so maybe they like the wind in their face. Look, they took them to 5. They battled, and they had match point in game 4.
Not only match point, but they also had a sizable lead in game 4.
Yes, sizable lead and match point in game 4. They couldn't close it out.
Do you think they will continue to rival Ben and Annalie in the future? Or is this a one-off? We've seen a lot of teams when they play Ben and Annalie have a close 1 or 2 games. For example, J-Dub in Georgia, they beat them, once or twice?
I think they
1 to 2 years ago?
Like twice.
And then
total.
ever since then, it hasn't really been close.
It's interesting because another great example of this, I hate to say it, we'll get to it in women's, is the Kawamotos. Mm-hmm. They beat them, right? But since then, I think they've played them 3 or 4 times, and they haven't been able to beat them. Beat Annalie and AB. And so it's like, is there somebody out there that can rival them consistently? Yep. If there is anybody that can do it, it's Hayden and AB. Okay. If there's anybody that can do it, it's Jackie and Jade.
Yep.
But do I think it'll be five gamers and we're in for this like epic, rivalry? No.
Yep.
I don't. And truthfully, I mean, the reality is this was their chance. And if you ask Jackie and Jade, they'll tell you that if we don't, it was 9-9 in game 1. And like I said, we'll talk about it in women's, but it was 9-9 in game 1. And they'll tell you that if you ask them, they'll tell you right now, if we didn't win that game, that was our chance.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think so. But I am curious about one thing in mixed. Christian and Rachel. Rachel's supposed to play with Will. Mm-hmm. Christian doesn't have a partner because he dropped Tyra. They got bronze. Mm-hmm. They played very well. How well do they have to? They're playing one more together, Mesa. Mm-hmm. How well, if they do this again in Mesa, is Will Howells looking for a new partner? What are your thoughts?
If they take top 3, I think you would think that.
I would, right? Is Christian better than Will?
I'm a big results guy. Christian has a lot more results.
Well, look, let's just keep it 100 because we always do. Okay. Do Will Howell's APP results, are they 100% diminished now that the 40th player in PPA, Ryan Fu, went over there and dominated?
I just don't think you can compare the two.
I know. So Ryan Fu went over in his very first event, dominates.
I would agree with you.
So it's like...
And that's what I've been saying for the longest time.
Ryan Fu hasn't got out of a freaking made a round of 16 and...
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Hayworth was saying this. He was in agreement with us.
Yeah. I mean, and he goes over there and wins. So it's like, you know, it kind of... Which, speaking of that, another thing just really random... Actually, we'll save that for the questions. Okay. All right. So mixed doubles. Yeah, I think, you know, there wasn't any like massive, Tammy Emmerich and Carlos DeLora did beat Leia.
That was a big upset.
That was big. They beat Leia and Dylan Frazier, a 50 seed, beating a 13.
Also, Brandon French and Andrea Coop.
Yeah. Coop. Listen, Andrea's a freak. She still got it. I don't think it ever left.
Coopy Nation.
Andrea Coop's got it. She's bringing it. Julian Arnold and Pyrina Imperato beat Travis Rettenmeyer.
Yeah, I don't think that's that big.
I don't think it is either. But where was homegirl?
Lauren?
Yeah,
she was there.
Oh, who did she play with? Do you know?
I remember, but I can't.
Also, Mo Alhouni played with Tyra Black.
Yes.
They ended up
losing to Jade
and Daescu, which is that's an acceptable loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, Tyson pulled out. Him and Zoe pulled out.
Yeah.
In the round of 16, which Hayden and Anna kind of gave him a little bit of a bye. And then the other team, J-Dub and Georgia, old staples. Hunter Johnson, Alex Trong had a decent little run. So, all right. Moving on, Tyler. Oh, the other upset was Augie and Mari.
Yeah,
beat
Augie
Noe and Tina.
Yeah, Augie went far this tournament.
Yeah, and they beat Declan in Paris.
Okay.
That's 2 good wins.
Yeah. And
they ended up having to, unfortunately, play Ben and AL. But, yeah. Okay. Men's it is. All right, any... So, look, men's, we talk about there's those 4 teams, right? Those 4 teams that are always there at the end.
Well, the top 4 seeds were in the top 4.
Yeah, they have been for 6 months. But here's the thing. Nobody's beating Ben and Gabe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We're talking about these top 4, and these other 3 teams are getting there, but they're not beating them. Look, we've seen the switch up, right? It was Fed and Hayden. Now it's Daescu and Fed, and Ben and Gabe win 7-3. Now it's Hayden and Christian, and it was Daescu and Christian, right? And they end up winning. They lost 2-3 to J-Dub and CJ.
Yeah.
And then J-Dub and CJ have played Ben and Gabe numerous times in the finals. And they lose 9-3-7.
Yeah.
And then Christian and Hayden end up winning the bronze. But it's like, I don't know. What combination? There's 6 players. J-Dub, CJ, Andre, Fed, Christian, and Hayden. What combination of those 6 can beat Ben and Gabe? Is there one? Is it Hayden?
I think there
and
needs
Daescu?
to be more. I'm biased, but I think there needs to be more thrown into the mix. I've talked about this before, but Ben does well. Ben and Gabe do well against teams that they've played multiple times. They learn their patterns. They know who to hit to, everything like that. You see them struggle against these teams that they might not be as familiar with, that are a little bit unorthodox. And that's why I say, look at DJ Young, look at AJ Kohler, look at Blaine Hovenier, look at Roscoe. Some of these guys where their ceiling is super, super high. And if they can catch lightning in a bottle, if they can get hot for that one match, they have the best chance of upsetting those guys.
So I agree. I agree with that. But we've had a very consistent consistent top 4.
Yes, but not those top 4 have mixed it up with these outside players.
No. They're only mixing it up within their top 4.
Exactly. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. These 8 players are only mixing it up amongst these 8 players. And, they're not letting Eric Onson's into the mix. They're not letting, Dylan was at one point, but, Noe. And, there's a lot, like you said, there's a few other players. The other guy I think we need to talk about is Tama and Yuta.
Yes. Yep.
So they end up beating
Tyson
and Max.
Yep.
And then they end up beating Colin and Jaume.
Yep.
And then they end up having to play Ben and Gabe. They lose 4 and 5, but that's an impressive showing, making quarterfinal run.
No, that's a great run. That's a really good run.
Yeah, so good run for them.
The only thing I would say, and it's not to be a negative thing, but Yuta is very unorthodox. I mean, he's got that incredible scorpion, that inside-out forehand, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Once people play that, they get a lot more familiar with it. The first few times, it's totally new to them.
There were some interesting. So there's a couple kind of new teams we'll talk about that. Pablo and Noe, right? Mm-hmm. So they end up winning their round of 16, and then they lose 0 and 3.
Yeah.
To J-Dub and CJ. Riley and Will McKinnon lose 3 and 3 to Eric Onsons and Dylan Frazier.
Yeah, they almost lost their earlier match before that, though.
Yeah, they did. They ended up winning 11-9 in the third over that Eli Steiner and Freddie Powell. Eli Steiner is the lucky loser that got in on singles, which is crazy, right? So, there's just a lot of interesting. And then like Rafa Hewitt and JLG, they beat Zane Navratil and Donald Young.
Yep.
And then they lose 1-1 to Christian and Hayden. And what's crazy about that is they didn't even play that bad.
Yeah.
Christian and Hayden were just that good. Augie and Connor Garnett beat Declan and Jay. That's a pretty good win.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting because.
Did you see my match with Tom?
Yeah.
So me and Tom played J-Dub and CJ.
Yeah,
we
actually
played
game
them close
one,
the first
it was
game.
8-8 at one point. I thought you guys played them very well. I think there was a couple speed ups at the end at 8-8 that, right in J-Dub's wheelhouse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I thought you guys played them tough. I think Tom's good. And honestly, you guys, Scarpa and Dow is a good win.
It is. They're a very sneaky team.
Yeah, they are. They've played together for 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't think that we've talked about this before. I don't think that gets enough credit.
Yeah.
They've played together for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So, I think that Tom is another guy that I think is going to be a good player.
Yeah.
Is he Polish?
German.
Okay, so him and Martin.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Anything else that you're seeing in men's dubs?
No.
So, question for you:
Wyatt and John Trong had a decent showing.
Is pickleball, is doubles? Is it entertaining for you seeing the same results tournament after tournament?
So it loses it a little bit because it is the same, but I think the problem that I have with it is it's like there's nobody close. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So it's the same 4 or the same 8, same 4 teams. And let's just go, just to give you an example, okay? Let's go to the quarters. 0-3, 6-1, 1-8, 4-5. Yeah. They're dominating even in the quarters. And that makes it tough. And then you get the semis, and Ben and Gabe beat Andre and Fed, which is a top 4 team, 7-3. And then Christian and Hayden lose to J-Dub and CJ, 2-3.
Yeah.
So it's like there's just the parity is not there, and that always makes it less exciting. But we also have seen what happens when, Hayden can start to cook, and when, these guys, they can get hot, but I think they all know each other's game. And do you think it's any coincidence that where's Ben live?
Florida, yep.
Gabe.
Yep.
J-Dub, right? Yep. Andre, Fed, Christian, Hayden. The only guy that doesn't is CJ.
Yep.
All these guys, and they all live by each other, and they all train together, so they know each other's game. And I get the whole iron sharpens iron, but is there an advantage, or could there be an advantage to some of these guys, not being as familiar with one another?
Yeah.
I think there could be. So,
all right, women's doubles.
All right, so women's doubles. Look, I think that we can. I don't think that it's any hot take, I guess I'll say, but to say that Jackie and Jade are the clear-cut number 2 team.
Okay.
They've made, I think, 3 or 4 finals in a row. Here's the thing.
It's crazy because this is not meant to be negative, but they are very unassuming.
Yeah.
They're very flying low under the radar.
Yeah. They don't have massive social media followings. They're not making stupid videos.
I think it was Jackie, one of them, the one that's dating this guy, but she called him out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
called him out.
Yeah, so
5 years.
They said Galentines or Valentines, and she said Valentines. However, my boyfriend, Jackson, she's like, I've been waiting 5 years for him to put a ring on it. He's basically put him on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. But like, you don't see, they're not handing out roses at events for clout.
Yeah.
Right? They're not making, get ready with me. They're not doing vlogs. And that's just not their personality. I mean, they are very funny. I think people would be surprised by that. They're very outgoing, but they're not doing those things. And so it makes it kind of unassuming. And I think it gives people this like underrated view of them.
Yeah.
But the reality is they've
been there. They've been around.
And when they've played together, they make almost every single final now at this point. Like I think they've passed Georgia and Tyra as the number 2 team.
Okay.
Now Georgia and Tyra are very, very good. I would say that Jackie and Jade and Georgia and Tyra kind of go back and forth, and then Catherine and Rachel are that clear cut 4. But same thing, all 4 seeds made it.
Yeah.
Now here's the interesting thing though. Jackie and Jade signed a reduced contract.
Yep.
They don't play again for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they play till Atlanta. At this point.
Okay. Yep.
So, I mean, there's Mesa.
Well, Atlanta's it's probably 6 weeks. Probably 6 or 7
but
weeks.
There's 4 events between now and then?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're not going to play in Mesa. They're not going to play. Oh, no, I know. But what I'm saying is they're not going to play in Black Desert. They're not going to play in. And it'll be interesting what happens points-wise. It'll be interesting what happens. Is there a little bit of rust? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be fine. Look, they have full-time jobs. I think that they've done a good job of like balancing pickleball and life. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think those two, like you said, they are playing phenomenal pickleball right now, but they're 9-9 in the first game. I think they're even up 9. They're actually down. They're up 6-2. Then they were down 9-6, got it to 9-9. And I think that they actually forced 3 or 4 side outs, at 9-9 and 9-10. But they just couldn't close it out. And then, like you said, once you have AL and AB on the hook, it's tough to let them off the hook.
The only thing, their Cincinnati win against Annalee and Anna Bright, weren't they down 2 games?
Or they were. They came back. Well, yes, they were. Okay. They were down 2. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No. They beat them in the semis. And then they beat Tyra and Georgia in the finals. Yeah, but they were down a game.
Gotcha.
But they were down 2 in the finals to Tyra and Georgia.
Yes, yeah.
And came back.
Okay.
But beating them, now this is something we've talked about. Beating them in the semis is a lot easier than beating them in the finals.
Yeah.
Because beating them 2 out of 3 is easier than beating them 3 out of 5. So awesome. Anyways, but yeah, it's same 4. Look, the top 4, I didn't see any other like there wasn't really any crazy upsets on the women's side. I would say Jamie Way and Elise Jones beating Alex and Paris was a pretty good upset, but I don't think it's like massive. It's probably like a 10 beating a 7 in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Nothing massive. Leia and Callie beat Jesse and Caitlin Christian. I actually think that that's closer to a pick'em. So, yeah, I mean, look, ABAL, I think they said that Anna Bright now she's in the 30-30-30 club. 30 gold, 30 silver, 30 bronze.
Wow.
It's crazy. So, all right.
Look at that. All right, before we get going, let's give a big shout out to our next sponsor, which is Vulcan Pickleball. We love Vulcan.
Yes.
This is the V Pro Flight. They use it in the MLP. It is the official ball of pickleball. Go to vulcansportinggoods.com. Use code KOTC to save. Also, this upcoming week, we have a release party with the one and only
Tyler.loong.
Tyler and
Lane Sleeth.
Lane Sleeth and
Nick Kyrgios. Yes. So if you live in the Las Vegas area or you would like to travel to the Las Vegas area, reach out to us. But if you live in the Las Vegas area, at the Pickler in Henderson, they're going to have a paddle release party, a launch party. Mm-hmm. Any media members that are watching this, Nico, but any of the other media members, influencers, paddle reviewers, we have something special for them. They have a chance to sit down with Nick one-on-one. They can interview Nick. They can play points with Nick. We'll have swag bags for the influencers and media members that attend as well. And then the other thing on the flip side is they're going to do like an open play party that night, free food and drink. So that is just for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's
but
for
you
anyone.
have to reserve, right?
That's going to be open to the public.
That's going to be massive.
That part is going to be open to the public. And Tyler will be there. You want to hit with Tyler? You want to hit with Lane? You want to hit with Nick? Obviously, Nick's on a tight schedule, so get there early if you do want to hit with Nick. But it's going to be big. We're going to make it huge. Guess who's hosting?
Who?
Yours truly. The
Wow.
MC. The MC. I'm going to be up there like this. Be the MC of the event.
In the flesh.
I'm going to give my best Australian accent, mate. Is that good?
Alrighty. That was great.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. No? Okay. All right. So anyways, check that out. Also, Stack Athletics. Come up to us if you come and say that you watch the pod. Maybe we'll bring some shirts or something with us.
Don't count on it.
Okay. We always say that, but I'm sure I'll find
But if
something.
you are a part of All Access.
But do not reach into my pockets for mod balls. That was weird. All right. Moving on. Tyler, Mesa. Always an incredible facility.
Should be good weather this time.
Who are you with?
Blaine Hovenier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here, right now, Tyler.
Exactly. That guy.
Hey, he is.
Which he has actually calmed down a bit this year. I feel
He has,
like
but he's electric. And I love
he's
him.
great.
I love that guy. And who are you with in mixed?
I don't have a mixed partner, so I'm not doing mixed. I am doing singles.
Okay.
And fun fact, I was supposed to play Grayson Goldin.
Oh.
So
Do you think you're going to get a bye?
no, it'll be a lucky loser.
Oh, lucky loser.
Yeah.
Don't lose Eli Steiner. Don't lose to Eli Steiner.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so should be fun. But I did see the draws, or somebody told them to me, and I believe me and Blaine will have a qualifying team. And then if we win that, we will have James Delgado and Michael Lloyd. And then the winner of that will have JW and CJ Klinger.
Okay.
So
I like it.
be funny if we ended up playing them, because I feel like I played JW quite a
Every
bit.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything else?
No. I mean, look,
Do you expect upsets this time, or pretty?
Look, men's and women's were the top four. Now, look, Kawamoto's won't be there. So that will give another team a chance to slide in there on the women's side. The men's side, it will be interesting to see if there is another team that can break through outside of those top four. The one thing is the tight turnaround. The tight turnaround will be interesting, right?
Yeah. So for players that don't make it far in the draw, I would say if you're not making it to, honestly, at least the quarters, then I wouldn't really say that's that far. And those players get a decent amount of time off.
Yeah.
However, if you are making it quarters, semis, or finals, and you're playing all these tournaments, that's a tough schedule.
Yeah, I agree that.
So, for example, Ben, Johns, Annalee, they're in the finals. They finish Sunday.
Play
Tournament
Tuesday?
starts Tuesday, so they have day of travel.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, and chances are they probably didn't leave today from Cape Coral. They probably have to leave tomorrow and then turn around and play Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you, if you were Annalee?
Granted, they do normally get a little bit easier draws in the beginning, but
They do. Also, there's a chance like Annalee probably has a bye so she probably won't play women's until Wednesday, things like that. But if you were Annalee, would you prefer like flying to your next destination or having someone drive you in the bus?
flying for sure.
It's because it's faster.
Way faster. I mean, depends on how long you're talking about. If you're talking from Florida
to Arizona for sure. But like if you're going, say, Cape Coral to North Carolina.
Yeah. Depend how long,
I don't know,
how long
bro.
of a drive is that?
I mean, that's the thing is if it's a
10 hours?
if it's a 10-hour drive and you can fly there in 2, it's like
Yeah.
okay. Never mind. That's a dumb question.
Okay. Do you want to talk? Well, all right, we can skip that. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Question time. Unless you had something else.
No, so I was going to talk about this in questions. So I saw this thing, and look, I got in trouble for this last time talking about the APP, but I guess I'm a little bit confused. So APP said that they had 1,700 players in Malaysia, and somebody told me, and I'm not going to say who, but they had the player list. and there was only 800. And I struggle with this, Tyler. I struggle when people, because we have other, I don't want to call them competitors, but there's other people out there that they just skew their numbers. And they're just not like 100% honest about things. And I'm just confused why teams would do that. Right?
Well, it's obvious as to why they would do it. I mean, just to
yes,
pump up
we know
numbers.
why, but it's like saying that you had an 800, 900 player tournament. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doubling it.
Yeah.
So anyways, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody said, Tipty, you pickleball take ours, we take your courts. I don't know what they're asking with that.
Yeah. I mean, Tipty's trying to come in. It's like soft tennis. I have heard people say that it's a lot of fun. They do have weird rules. You can play it off your body and do all this weird crap with it. But sure, I'm sure it's fun. It sounds like a backyard game. It's fun like horseshoes is fun. Does that mean that it's, going to blow up and there's going to be a pro tour and there's going to be millions of dollars invested? I doubt it, but good for them.
When will colleges start giving pickleball scholarships?
I think so. It does have to get sanctioned by the NCAA. The NCAA, I feel like right now is more concerned about not getting sued, which is why they're letting G leaguers come back and play. They're letting all these other people. They're giving guys 8 years of eligibility because every time they turn around, there's some sort of freaking injunction by a judge that is a Ole Miss grad, letting Trinidad Chambliss play his 7th year, whatever the hell it is.
Why is he playing it? Why wouldn't he go NFL?
I mean, I think that because NIL money is so big right now that he probably would make more money in NIL than he would as a 5th round NFL pick. Because he's a little undersized.
You think he'd be 5th round?
He's a little undersized. He's smaller. Carson Beck made $10 million.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. But I think that pickleball is probably one of the next things. I heard that there was I can't remember what women's sport it was that they think will be next, and then after that, there's a chance it could be pickleball. So yeah.
All right. Somebody said, can we start a petition to get the unmade bed, Nico the lefty, out of pickleball, please? Would you sign that petition?
No, look, he's fine. Let him do his thing. But it is really funny that I just want you to know that there's a lot of people there. He made a comment on our Discord, which I love that he posted in our Discord. He made a comment that a lot of people hate me. He said a lot. He used the word a lot. And he's like, it was almost like along the lines of, you would be surprised how many people hate Jimmy. And that's fine, right? Like, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be for everybody, right? But he's for nobody. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is interesting that, I felt like he was like trying to throw shade, but it's like, I know people don't like me. That's okay.
Why are championships in doubles best of 5? It gets boring after game 3.
Yeah, I think the reality is when they go, the reason they go best of 5 is because then that the better team did win. It eliminates the upsets.
Yeah. I mean, if they're close, they're electric. Game 5s are fun, but most of the time, they're winning in 3 or 4. Yeah. And it feels like those last games just kind of drag on.
Yeah.
Will there ever be another men's Triple Crown winner ever again?
No, because I don't.
I'm sure there will be.
Christian could do it.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
There's going to be tournaments where Ben's not there, where Christian's not there,
yeah. And
where
that's
Fed's not there.
And that's what it'll take. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said, why was Grayson in the hospital? We talked about that earlier. He had 2 strokes.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, this is a good question. How many different men's team will win gold this year? Different men's teams.
4.
You think 4? This person said 2.5.
I think 4. I think all 4 of those men's teams could win, and they will win at one point.
You think all those top 4 seeds as of the last tournament, Cape Coral, those will be the teams that will win
Those
gold?
will be the 4 that win. Now, yeah. I'm going to say those 4.
Somebody said, what's your favorite podcast to listen to besides KOTC? Jimmy, are you a big podcast guy?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm a true crime guy. I do listen to like Crime Junkie. Murder with My Husband is good. Local. Give it up to Garrett Moreland.
Let's go, Garrett. He's opening up a bagel shop.
He is. Garrett messaged me, Tyler.
Yeah.
3 years ago when we first started and said, love the pod. Keep doing what you're like. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Anyways, I didn't know it was him, I should say. But yeah, I like that. I listen to some Barstool stuff. I mean, Bussin' with the Boys is good. Pat McAfee, obviously. I mean, you know, but I don't ever get into like Rogan or anything like that. I haven't ever really got into that stuff. In terms of other pickleball podcasts, look, I do think that most of them are pretty good. Like I think that Zane has his moments. It was better with Tice, but I do think that Zane has his moments. I actually think it all depends. Pickleballers all depends on the guest. The guests matter.
Yeah.
I do think Roscoe does an incredible job of asking questions and kind of asking these deep dive. And I think, you know, I think that the one thing I will give Roscoe tons of credit for is he has this inquisitive mind where he really does care and want to know.
Roscoe's great. I'm playing a tournament with him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he really does, like, he's genuinely curious.
Yeah.
And that helps him become a good question asker, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to flash like that?
It's running low on battery, so if this cuts out, you'll know why. All right. I'm a big Joe Rogan guy. I think most of his stuff, he has entertaining guests.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody said...
Oh, someone asked me, Jimmy, what percentage of players take steroids? He said, I'm a baseball guy.
Only steroids or any like type of drug?
He said, I'm a baseball guy and I know steroids when I see them.
Yeah.
He said, 25 tourneys with the quick turnaround between tournaments. He's like, there's got to be a large percentage.
Yeah, I would imagine more than people might think.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think maybe as many as, I don't know.
I mean, and maybe it's not like they're taking like straight, but maybe they're taking some HGH.
Yeah.
They're taking something out. There's no banned substances in pickleball right now. So there could be, you know, like you could be taking a lot of things for recovery that could be banned in other sports, right? Look, basketball, they actually took marijuana out of the collective bargaining agreement because a lot of players were using it to recover.
Yeah.
I could see players smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. So, yeah.
All right, that's it for this episode. If you made it this far, please do us a big favor, hit that like and subscribe button. If you are a big fan and want to support us even more, hit that all access member button. You can sign up to get exclusive videos tailored to you, and you also get some sweet swag and exclusive discounts on a bunch of stuff. Jimmy, anything else?
No, yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited. Mesa's always a great tournament. It'll be fun. I'm excited to be in Vegas with you in 2 weeks. You'll be there. So, yeah, we got a busy month. Oh, and we didn't even get to go over it, so maybe we'll have to do another episode, but we have MLP.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
there's trades. So the keeper deadline is Monday, so we will cover everything MLP on our next episode.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.